tonight. My wife and daughter are out of town at a dance competition. So it is just me and the little boy for the evening. So, yeah, exactly. Foundry for a while. He was on Roblox. Now he's watching YouTube. But he'll be going to bed here about a half an hour, give or take. And then, hey, we'll probably switch to some Valheim later. Although this game has such... There's something calming about it. And I get that's part of the point. It's a nice, cozy, casual game. You know, not a high stress. You ain't got to worry about dying and things like that. But it's something that Valheim isn't. Not that I stress too much about Valheim, but it definitely has a little more stuff going on to it. Why did I do this? I'm so confused as to why I wouldn't put this there and then just move it over. Still don't like that, because that little S kink is taken care of just by going... like that. Much cleaner. Much better, much better. So I don't know how much you've stared into the sky, but the moon, which looks oddly like Earth's moon, moves. I don't think this planet moves. It does. It's really slow. But I don't know if this moves or not. I'm going to have to check at a different time of day. One, to see if it moves. But also, the last time I looked at this, we are on a moon. But this moon appears to be orbiting us. So we're... Is this moon the moon of a moon? And because it orbits around, and it will go and set over here. But I don't think this moves, which would mean we'd have to be in some kind of geosynchronous orbit with this planet, while also having a moon orbiting us. See, these things intrigue. I have a degree in physics. Just to give you a little background why something like this might be interesting to a gamer just sitting here looking at stuff. I have a degree in physics, and so things like that intrigue me. Trying to figure out how this particular solar system and or this particular planet system is set up. Yeah, that's the thing. The gravity between all of the things would probably throw you off, I would think. Now, maybe it's that we are incredibly heavy. If this moon, if we're on a moon that has a lot of mass, regardless of its size, if it has a lot of mass, and that moon doesn't, and that planet doesn't, if this planet got large oceans, the tidal forces of this planet could hold us in geosync with this guy here, but that guy's got to weigh basically nothing, and we have to weigh a lot, and that has to have a lot of water. Oh no, it's another raid. I love it. Thank you, Vid, for the raid. Welcome, welcome. We're on a journey here in Foundry. Got my little factory going. Currently, I'm in discussions of how this planet system works. The moon is behind a cloud. Because our moon appears to be in some kind of geosynchronous orbit with this planet, but we have our own moon that is orbiting us. And then the space station, which is also in geosynchronous orbit. Now that probably has thrusters of some kind. That makes sense. And the only thing I can think of is that we have to have just an incredibly large mass on this planet. And that the moon that's orbiting us, which is gone now. It's just gone. I thought it was behind a cloud, but oh, there it is. It is behind a cloud. That moon must just weigh nothing. This must just be a giant ball of barely held together dust. And that is far enough out and fast enough not to be torn apart, but not so far as to be flung off into nowhereness. I have the moon here, which is behind the cloud. This map? Yes, this map. There it is. There's the moon. That moon can't weigh anything. It has to be so light for this system to work. This has to have a lot of tidal forces. And we have to be incredibly heavy. And it has to be really light. Not too light. Because if it's too light, it would just crumble. It would fall apart. And this is clearly orbiting us, because I had another thought that maybe this just orbits that in some big, weird circle. But this is clearly orbiting us. I haven't watched the sun yet. That'll have to be something that I check out in the daytime, is the sun. Because to see how it rotates around us in relation to all the other things around us. But yes, the map is gigantic. It's got to be. Now I don't know how far this goes, because like you can grab and go and go and go and go and go and go, and it just goes. And it goes. And so it just goes. And so it is gigantic. If this is all explorable territory, if I could just point and walk, it's gigantic. You that's a moon? You think that's a moon right there? A moon of what? What is that a moon of? But we would still have to be orbiting that thing. That's a moon of us? But we're on a moon. The little robot guy told us that this resource rich moon, if I can talk, was chosen specifically for this project so that we could feed supplies to that guy there, which looks kind of busted. They need supplies. And so it's a lot. And it interests me. Things like that interest me. The moon's gone, so the sun should be coming up soon. I don't know where. I am about to discover oil. In terms of hours, I don't know if it tells me how many hours I've played.